Hey folks, how you doing? Kunal here, Bulls on Wall Street. I want to talk to you a little bit about our play today in PBTI. This is what I love about momentum stocks. You know, whether a stock's up 30, 40%, doesn't mean it can't go up another 50%, 100%, even in one day. You know, a few different things that we look for is obviously the big expanding volume, a chart breakout, and then when you couple that with a really low float that's rotating over and over, you get the recipe for just these monster moves. And so this is a setup that I called in the chat room, you know, at $5, and we added into it a few different times. We had a pretty good day, you know, trading. You know, we're out here in St. Martin, but you know, I finished up almost $3,000 at one point, even a little bit back at the end of the day. But PBTI was one of our big plays today. So when we see a stock like this make a big move, you know, and you see it just kind of taking out these levels of resistance, the first thing that we were looking for is, you know, some type of pullback. And so with this particular stock, you know, as it's making its big move, when it starts having this kind of low volume pullback to support and it's just grinding like this, you know, that to me is a sign that the stock has more in it because the pullback is so orderly. So as this stock gets close to $5, I start leveling into this thing. And so I had a couple thousand shares at $5. And, you know, the plan is to build a position in for the breakout. So the stock pops up a little bit. You know, I sell off 1,000 shares and it pulls back to support. And now I'm adding the rest of my position in anticipation of the breakout. And so, you know, as this thing breaks out over here, you know, I add a couple thousand more shares. And now it's just about, you know, scaling out of this thing and letting it roll. And so, you know, we ended up, you know, riding this thing out to almost about $7. I ended up selling off the last of my shares at $6.80. And just a really, really simple setup is like understanding what type of stocks can go. So your stock selection is huge. Your vehicle selection. You're only as good as the stocks that you trade. And so as day traders, you have the obligation to be in the best stocks, the most volatile stocks, the best stocks. And so that's what we look for every day. You know, when we're in the chat room, we're looking for those stocks with that near-term catalyst, with the chart breakout, the expanding volume, and all the other things that you look for in a mover. And once we've selected that, now it's just about getting the proper entries that are in low-risk areas so that if it goes against you, you can get out easily. And if it does go your way, you've been able to extract, you know, a big, big gain. So that's what we teach in our boot camp. We spend days on this type of setup. It's called the PR Earnings Breakout. We have a class starting May 19th. It's a 60-day class. By the way, I trade in front of my students all day, every single day. So while I'm trading, my students literally see my platform up, and they see me with, you know, my boxes and my charts, and I'm sitting there ripping and roaring these things in front of them and talking to them about why I like this stock and where I like it and so on and so forth, so that they can learn in real time. So that's what we have, a 360-degree program, meaning we're doing class at night, and you're getting that coursework and that book work in. And then during the day, you're watching me go out and slay it every single day so that you can learn these setups in real time. And I think that's the best way to learn, because a book is one thing, but you've got to go out and see it live, right? You got to go out and see it live. And then once you're done watching me live, you know, we put our students on simulators so that they can go and practice what they've learned and get it all out of their system before they're out trading real money. So that's it for now, guys. Leave any questions you have in the comment section, or feel free to email me at any time, KUNAL@BULLSON.WS. Take care, guys.